Hi guys, in the last session we were discussing about how to reduce redundancy, or in other words, reducing the redundancy is known as database normalization. So both these concepts are same. Database normalization means that if more than expected space is occupied by a database, so it should be normalized. Now, abnormal database means that if you are having these tables, student register table, as we have discussed in the previous section, that we were having grade 1, grade 2, or grade 1, grade 1, grade 1. It was getting repeated. I will just tell you about this one, that earlier here it was grade 1 and then city was London. So grade 1 bytes were 7, London bytes were 6. So that was counting towards 23 bytes. Then we replaced with the only with the IDs or codes. So it has been reduced to 1 plus 1, results in saving of 11 bytes. So for 500 students, 11 bytes have been saved, 5500 bytes we have saved. Then normal registers or manual work, we have created a register grade register or table corresponds. Now grade ID we have put 1, 3, 1, 2. Anybody wants to have look that what does it this ID 1 means, then he can open this register, grade register. Corresponding grade is grade 1. For 3, corresponding grade is grade 3. Same for this city field, city ID 1114. 1 means London, 4 means Perth. Now we will see in Access database how can we implement this infrastructure to have relationship in between the tables. Let's open Access database. Here we have student record, student database. Okay, so staff, that was just an example. We'll delete this one. Yes. Okay, now see that we should have how many tables? Grade and city, and one is student table. Which means we will create 2 more tables. Design code, grade, name it as grade ID, grade name. Grade ID will be auto number, grade name short text. Save it. Okay, create another table for city. Right click, go to design view, city. We put city ID, city name. Close it, save, yes. Double click this one, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, 7, and so on. Open the table city, city London. I'm taking just an example. Whatever city name you want, it's just an example. Close this table as well. Now I'll go to student table. Now you can see this, in the earlier example we have created a student table with the grade and city. Now you can see we still are having text. Now what we'll do, go to design view. Now pay some attention. Here, if we want to put, instead of short text, I'll put number, because we need to enter codes to save the space. City also, number. Try to save and you will see the result. Do you want to save changes to the design of table student? Press yes. Now some data may be lost. The size of one or more fields has been changed to a shorter size, which means earlier the grade field and city field was having short text, length was 255 characters, but now we have changed it to number, which can have minus 32767 up to plus 32767 digits. This field can store 32767 numbers. If the data is lost, validation rule may be violated as a result. Do you want to continue? Press yes. Error: while the content of field in 4 records were deleted. Do you want to proceed? Because we have changed the data, the field type of grade and city from short text to number. Hence, automatically Access will delete those, delete that text data. Now we'll open this one. Now you can see grade 1 is disappeared, city text is also disappeared. But as you have seen in grade table, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as I said, that like in normal register or manual work, you can have city ID and then city names, same like grade ID, grade names. So in a normal environment where database is still not linked, not the database, the tables inside the database are not linked with each other. I'll tell you what do I mean by linking the tables. So for the time being now, I will enter grade 1, maybe 2. I'll go to city 1, 2, 2, 3, UK. Okay, but here also UK. Okay. So now you can see this grade field is having numbers. So 1 means it is storing 2 bytes for this field. 2 here, 2 bytes here, 2 bytes here, which means 1 digit takes 2 bytes. Or the number data field can accommodate 32767 up to 32767 digits. Fee is still same, 2000. Already it was defined as currency. Country is there and telephone is there. Now you can see if a school is in UK, so which means that if 1000 students are there, UK will be repeated for every student. And this field is text field, so this is taking 3 bytes. So to normalize this one as well, reduce the number of bytes, we can create another table called country. We put country ID, country name and short text. Close this one. Country, okay, UK, US, Japan, China, New Zealand, Australia, and so on. Okay, so I will open the country table also for you. Now I can enter here 1, 1, 1, and 1. We'll go back to the grade. Now grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now in student table, I will enter grade 10. Will it have any effect on the student table or on the grade table? No effect. But the problem will come if we are still although we have created the tables, but because these tables are not linked with each other, so still I can enter 10. Now this table will not go to grade table. The system will not check that whether grade 10 is there in the grade table or not, because these tables are not linked with each other. Take an example. If in an accounts department or administration department, one person is responsible to store student record, the other person is responsible for to record the grades, that how many grades the school is offering. Now person A is having student records, person B is managing grade records. If they don't communicate with each other, person A is maintaining his own records by his own will. Maybe he can enter here this digit, because there is no communication in between the person who's handling student records and the person who's handling grade records. There is no communication in between these two guys. So nobody knows that what's happening in grade doesn't know what's happening in student table. Student table doesn't know what's happening in grade table. So there should be some communication. So if a person who's handling student records, he should first, before entering the data here, he should consult with the person who's handling grade register. Can I enter grade 112? So the grade person who's handling the person B will answer, no, 112 does not exist with us. Maybe you are mistaken. It should be grade 1, either grade 1 or grade 2. So he checks the paper and he says, okay, the correct grade is grade 2. Now this is a personal communication. How do we implement this mechanism in MS Access database, so that if any data is entered into this grade field, the system should go to table grade to verify that whether this information exists in the grade table or not. Which means that if the system checks that, okay, grade 10, first as soon as I will enter, so it will go, so system will go to grade table, it will check grade 10 is there, yes, so I can go ahead. If it is not there, then system will give me error. Now I'll show you how to implement this communication in between or link between two tables. Close these all tables, go to database tools. Here you can see relationship. Relationship defines how the data in table is related, such as ID fields or name fields in different tables that should match. This is what I was talking about, that there should be a communication between person A and B. Now in system, in MS Access, we should define relationships between the tables to link tables with each other. Click on this relationship. There is a window pops up, city, country, grade, student. These are the tables. Don't worry about queries, we'll discuss later. So we'll put city, country, grade. Basically what we need to do, we need to join all these tables. So I will click add or double click grade, double click student. Now linking the tables is not that much difficult, but the concept of linking should be there. This is the basis of any database, how to link, how to normalize. And so now we are going towards normalizing a database. You can arrange the layout as well as per your desire. Okay, city will keep in the middle, you can decrease. This is just layout, nothing else. So I'm just arranging a layout. Okay, now you can see student ID, there is a key sign. In the grade sign also, in grade table there is a key sign, city table also there is a key sign, country table also there is a key sign. whichever field is having key sign, this means that this field can be linked to other tables. You can also link to this one, but again there will be a failure of data validation. So at this stage we'll keep the concept very simple. Just drag this grade ID to grade field. Now you can see grade ID and grade. So what we will do now, as you can see, this is grade ID, city ID and country ID, but here we have grade, city and country. So just to make the field names the same, we will put grade ID, city ID and country ID. Now remember, sorry, whenever you are going to join two tables, whether the field names are same or not doesn't matter, but the data type should be same in each table. Now country ID is having short text, and if you see in the relationship table, this country ID, let's open country ID in design. So country ID is having auto number. Number and auto number, just think about the same, just the difference is that auto number will increment automatically +1. It will add +1 to the previous value, but it behaves same like number field or long integer, whatever you put. So at this time we will keep it same, simple. Okay, so this auto number and number are same. Keep in mind, auto number and number data types are same. So student table we have, okay, here also we'll put number. Close the student table, yes. Okay, some data might be lost, fine. Now link grade ID to grade ID. Here also you can, if you have moved this field to any other field by mistake, so still you have chance that this is a grade table, this is a student table, join to which field? Okay, join to grade ID. Just select this one, enforce referential integrity for the time being. Relationship type is one-to-many. One-to-many means, very simple. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me later on, but at this stage, one-to-many relationship type is one-to-many. One-to-many means that in a grade, for example, if you're talking about grade 1, how many students will be there? Maybe 30, 40, 50 or 10 students. But grade 1 is single entity. So grade 1 can have many students. But of course, many students cannot have multiple grades. If a student is studying in grade 1, at the same time he cannot study in grade 2 as well. Which means that this is one on this side, but this side is having many students. So that's why the relationship type is one-to-many. Enforce referential integrity means that once you have linked the tables, so automatically whenever there's some data codes are entered into the student table, it will check that whether those codes exist in grade table or not. Okay, create. Microsoft Access can't create this relationship and enforce referential integrity. What does it mean? This means data in the table student violates referential integrity rules, which means I will tell you why this error is appearing. Okay, I will cancel this one. How many grades are there? 1 to 7, right? Open the student table. How many grades are there? 1, 1 to 10. Now 10 grade does not exist in the grade table, no? So that's why when you are going to create a new relationship, first the relationship, the system or MS Access will check whether the data complies the rules or not of relationship, complies the rules with the referential integrity rules. So we'll close this one. What we'll do, we'll put here 1, close the data. Okay, student table. Okay, grade ID to grade ID, enforce referential integrity, grade. Now it has been created because the reason is now the student 1, 1 to 1, only 2 grades are used in the student table, and this data does exist in 1 and 2. So IDs does exist. This is how we'll create. Okay, city ID to city ID, enforce referential integrity. Country ID to country ID, enforce referential integrity. Okay, so now it's very simple. A city can have many students, so you can see the sign also 1, and infinity sign means many. Same like country is 1, but many people or students are living in that country, so 1 to many. So this relationship is called 1 to many. Now we have created the relationship. Close this window and save the layout. Yes. Now you will see what is the effect of having this relationship. As we talked about that there should be communication between these all these tables. So what we will put here, okay, Kevin, grade ID. If I will put 12, what should happen? Yes, you're right. Now the student table should not accept this entry. Okay, I'll move 2017 2000 city ID. Let's see, for the time we will keep 1. Okay, now as soon as I have completed the record, I try to move to another record. See again, if I click here on the next record, which means the previous record should be saved, this error is appearing. You cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in table grade, which means that as soon as I have entered 12, the system went to grade table to check 12 is there or not. The code 12 does not exist in grade table, so that's why it has refused to accept this entry. If I will make it 7, it will accept, because the 7 grade does exist in grade table. Now we have seen that we have normalized the database, we have reduced the redundancy, and now we are having data validation rules also, that if I have entered any data into this grade field, it will go to the grade table, it will check whether this grade does exist in the grade table or not. If it does not, then the system will not allow the user to enter any data or field which does not exist in the grade table. This is all about for today's session. In the next session we'll be on the basic of the tables is covered. In the next session we'll be having forms, because this still the only issue is, okay, we'll just close this topic here, because otherwise we'll be combining the next topic as well. Have a great day ahead, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.